I should have shut the windows for this, and I am sorry. Hey friends, I want to do a quick little, more or less one take, to review Marvel's Age of Ultron, because I saw it and I was super excited. So immediately after the movie I came home and I made a video for which I had forgotten to turn on the mic. And then I was like, you know what, power through, just do a retake. Got a minute into that one and realized I still forgot to turn on the mic. I was really disappointed with myself that night. I'm not even 100% sure the mic is on now, except that I know I turned it on and saw the little green light. So, trust issues with myself. I'm working on it. So I was really pissed, and then I remembered to turn the sound on and I just wasn't feeling it, because 2 rounds of failure in a row it'll take the wind out of you no matter how great Age of Ultron was, and I thought it was pretty freaking great. I really had no idea what the movie was about. I knew I wanted to see it, didn't watch a trailer, because what do you need a trailer for when you know you want to see it? Wanted to see it? Who gives a flying A? For Avengers, is that an A? Good enough. I really enjoyed this movie. Shh, kitten. You probably couldn't hear her over the highway going past the apartment, but she's meowing outside my door. Pain in the butt. Come on. Hurry up. I'm gonna shut the door in your face. Because that's how it works. I don't think I've really met a Marvel movie that I haven't liked. Even watching the trailers before this movie, I saw finally the trailer for Ant-Man, which, not gonna lie, having never read a damn comic in my life, when I heard what they were releasing, I was a bit skeptical. Ant-Man, really? 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 I love me some Paul Rudd. This is my heart. And Paul Rudd's in it. There's a picture of him there. There should be. Editor, put that in. I was still very nervous about it. I don't know how I feel about it. It's just an ant. But then I saw the preview and I actually was like, I might even go see that. No promises yet, because it's about a man that gets shrunk down to the size of an ant. Spoiler alert. Anyway, this might contain a little bit of spoilers. I don't know, not sure what I'm gonna say out of my mouth. So if you haven't seen Avengers Age of Ultron, maybe just stop watching until you do. Unless you have absolutely no desire to, then just watch ahead, because I'm not gonna ruin shit for you if you're not gonna see it. Right? Exactly. It was really good. I love all of these characters. Some more than others, I'll admit. First Avengers, I was just kind of like, Hawkeye what? Huh? Who you? What? Huh? And didn't really get into him as a character. This one, I enjoyed him a lot more. That was a good time. Black Widow, I enjoyed her a lot. Felt very human-y. Like a person I could connect with, saw some of her backstory. That was a nice addition considering I didn't know any of her backstory. Don't read the comics. There are just so many. Where do you begin? Actually, not to interrupt my own video, I'll put below a link to a Tumblr post that I saw Hank Green retumbled. Is that what you call it? Reposted. Reposted. I know the internet. Hank Green reblogged. It's called reblogged. I don't know the internet. Hank Green reblogged a Tumblr post that had suggestions of where to start based on like what characters you enjoy and what sort of general storyline you might, you know what, just I'll post it below. Go look downstairs. It's gonna be in the basement with the bodies. And you can see for yourself and decide for yourself if you, like me, have no idea about the comics. If you are completely unlike me and have an idea of the comics, please feel free to leave a suggestion downstairs in the comment basement, the basement comments, the washing and drying machine, in the dryer. Put it in the dryer. Let it spin, cycle for a little bit. That's the washing machine. Look it, I feel like if I don't understand the internet, there's no way I understand washers and dryers. Just, you can't. You can't know them together or separately. This is so weird. And I hope to like really read through that and maybe take some of the suggestions seriously. Or go to a library. Do they have them in libraries? Could I rent them in a library? Rent? I also don't know how libraries work. Could I borrow it from a library? Because I don't want to spend money on something that might be expensive, and I also don't know if I'll like. I'm really non-committal like that, which I think is what libraries were made for. People that can't commit. So you should never get married in a library. Why buy the cow when you could rent it? I mean, borrow it. Fuck. I mostly enjoyed Iron Man, although robots really freak me out. So like him and the whole artificial intelligence and like, ooh, Ultron, ooh. I was cool with Banner because he was all like partially hesitant, like maybe this isn't a good idea. But then Tony Stark's all like charisma, sass, and he was all like, Tony. And so they did a thing. And then Cap was cool. I like him for the most part. I don't know, I just like the Tony Cap tension. Kinda makes me tense because I like them both. Mostly I like Cap though because of Chris Evans, not because of the character itself. Although I did enjoy the last Captain America, Winter Soldier. That was really enjoyable. I liked it way better than the first Captain America. So he's growing on me. I really liked Winter Soldier. Anyway, continuing on with the Avengers Age of Ultron. A thing with the Ultron was the thing, his mouth. I noticed this, but I kind of let myself gloss over it while I was watching the rest of the movie because I was like, you're gonna destroy this for yourself if you fixate on this. And I know you will fixate on this if you don't just kind of glaze your eyes over and just enjoy the rest of the movie. Ultron's mouth, like robot mouth, his robot mouth, like moved like a real mouth. That was a good visual. It like moved like a human mouth. And that was weird. Like I know he designed himself and he's all like super intelligent, but like he's still made of metal parts that, as far as I am concerned, do not move like that. So it bothered me a little. Otherwise, creepy as AF robot. Totally just like, I mean, I'm not even a fan of Roombas, so I think you can see my stance on robots and artificial intelligence, probably. I think you can figure that out on your own. I don't think I need to go into further detail. I really enjoyed the movie. I hope to go and see it again. I think you should go see it if you enjoy superheroes, robots. Maybe not if you enjoy robots. From what I understand, my roommate that, you know, is a robotics engineer didn't really like it that much. He was like, oh, stupid. That was my impression of him. I think it was pretty good. What do you think, roommate? You won't watch this. If you see it or have seen it, let me know below what you thought of it. Also, go downstairs. I'm gonna put a link to my friend Tim's podcast. It's called Beer with Geeks. Is it? For a second I was like, beer with nerds. And then I realized, no, I've just been listening to a lot of Nerdist lately. Beer with Geeks. It's on the iTunes. Him and his friend Frank discuss geek type things over a beverage. Although this last one that they did, I can't post it here, so I don't know why I'm making the posting hands signal. They did a podcast immediately after seeing Age of Ultron together in their car. That's dedication. And there are spoilers, serious spoilers, if I recall correctly. So don't go see it. Don't go see it. Don't go listen to it if you haven't seen the movie yet, because it'll ruin shit for you. Go give Tim and Frank some love, and maybe you'll enjoy the rest of the podcast. I don't know, subscribe to it or something. You don't have to. You're an independent person. Do what you want. Subscribe here if you want to. Or not. Do what you want. And I'll see you next time, I hope. And thank you for being here. Yeah. I really enjoyed their podcast. I just think you should know that. And so now you know that. It's been shared. Those are these hands.
I made that one. It's so nice.
High five. Too vigorous.